Alright guys, seems like it's been a little while since I've done a video, but really been busy, been doing a lot of stuff. So I've been kind of starting to get the front yard ready, and I'll show you what I did in this area right here in front, the front of my house, this little area right here. And I put 3 blueberry plants in there, and I did that because that soil right there is separate from where I'm going to be putting my forest, my food forest. So I can treat this area right here to make it more acidity for the okay. So so I'm getting going here. I'm getting ready to do some things. I'm going to plant the muscadines I have. I'm going to use that A-frame that was sitting in here. We used to have a swing here years ago, and there it is there. I'm going to plant muscadines on it, but I have some wire panels that I'm going to put in here, and I had them in the backyard when I had all the overhead. When I had all the overhead stuff with all my beds and everything, and you'll see that I got a video I'm working on. You never seen any of this stuff before. When I first started, I started videoing what I was doing and videoing my backyard, and you never really seen any of those clips because I didn't even know how to edit film back then. And so I have a lot of film from the beginning of how everything looked in my yard. Now right now you can see how it's looking back here. Yeah, I need to get over here, and I need to start tearing out my garden, getting ready for the fall. But there's a major change that has taken place in my yard in the last year. Now I've been when I came on YouTube, it's been about a year, and there's a major transformation. I want to show you that if you just get started, how much can get done in a year, and you don't even realize how much really gets done, because in the middle of doing all this, it seems overwhelming at times. Sometimes it seems like you're not getting anything done, and I know I have gotten a lot done. But when I go back and look how it really looked when I first started, man, I'm amazed at how it looks now. But anyway, I have these wire panels right here, and these were a lot of things I had overhead back here. You'll see that when that video comes out. But I'm gonna use this over there in that. I'm gonna make a round archway that I'm gonna put inside that A-frame for the grapes to grow on. So that's what I'm gonna be working on right now. And I'll show you that. I've got to get everything over there before I just turn on the video and let you see it. But I'll let you see what I'm going to do. I have an idea what to do there. So I got to get all my material together, get it over there, get some tools over there, and so I can get these things planted in the ground. Also, I have some more banana plants, but they are dwarf banana plants, and they grow anywhere from 5 feet to 9 feet instead of, like, 15, 20 feet like the other ones. These would be half the size, but still put out the same size fruit. So that'll be good. That's something I'm gonna get planted in here too. I'm trying to kind of lay things out in my head how I want to do it. But also, you guys, I have some passion fruit plants. I got 4 plants, and now passion fruit grows really crazy, really wild. And so what I'm gonna do with some of that wire, and I have some more, and if I have to buy some more I will, but on my property line back here, you can see a lot of stuff going on because my neighbor, he's into growing a lot of flowers and things, so he's got a whole garden right here. But I'm actually gonna get a couple of pieces of timber and put some timber in the ground and put me a wall here of wire. And I'm going to make it probably about maybe 18 inches wide at the top, and on a wall coming down, and I'm going to grow the passion fruit on that. I'm just let it go wild on it, and then I'll have to cut it off on the sides and all, because passion fruit grows pretty wild. It'll grow 60 to 80 feet long, and it's vines. So this is maybe going to be 30 feet, about 30 feet probably, because I'm going to start way back here by the property line on the telephone pole there, and I'm gonna start it there and grow all the way across, and I'm gonna stop it, about 4 feet from my banana plants, so it don't get in the banana, because it'll get in banana plants and start growing all up on there and taking over on that. And I don't want to be crawling up in there to get passion fruit. I'm gonna keep it trimmed and keep it on here. Now I might grow in some of his stuff next door, but I'll try to keep that trimmed as much as I can. And maybe if I got enough space, I might leave a little walking space on that side so I can get on the other side of it, you know, so I can get on both sides of it. That's what I'm trying to do with all of this. I'm pulling stuff away from my house enough where I can get around things, and I'm trying to lay this out where I can get around everything. So I'm not just picking fruit from one side, but I can go all around everything. This is a bird of paradise here. I'm probably going to chop it down. It's nothing to do with food. It's pretty, but it's tropical looking, but it's in the way. And so I'm going to be chopping that down too. Also, I need more light in here, as you know, so I got this big old tree right here, and I started, if you can see right up here, right up in there, I started cutting branches off. So I've been cutting off. Now I got to get those ones on the other side. I still got more branches to cut. I just need to take a break from doing it right now, and that was a job doing it. And and it's a little scary going up high and cutting, but I'm gonna do it. I got to get it done. I got to get that sun in here if I want to see this a success and have things start really growing and taking off. Because we got the winter coming. And I need to have as much sunlight in here as I can get during the winter, because winters are short days. All right, so that's what's going on right now. So I'm going to go get my wire and some tools, and I'm gonna get set up in here, and I'm going to make me a little arch inside this A-frame. I might have to remove those those 2x, those bracings. I don't know. I'm going to see how I can work this out, how I can make it work. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be working on right now, you guys. I want to get that. I got 3 muscadine plants that I want to get in the ground. They're in the pots right now, and they're growing in the pots, and the vines are hanging way down. So I got to get them in the ground to get them start growing. And I know we got the winter coming up, but they'll lay dormant, and they'll pop back next year in the spring when it starts warming up. They'll come back, and I'll probably get some fruit on it next year. But this is them here, right here. This is one of them, and you can see the vines are taking off. And here's one back here. Look at the vines there. And I got another one over here, and if you could see that, it's starting to catch on and grab on the things. That's the banana. That's the dwarf banana tree. There's actually, I bought that tree, but there's actually 5 of them in there, so that's good. So here's a passion fruit plant right here. I got 4 of them. I bought them in the mail, and they sent me 4 plants. I just didn't know how that was gonna work. I really was expecting it to not for the plants to be dead and everything, but they came and they look good, and they're still looking good, and they're growing in the pots. And I want to start getting that ready, that wall I want to make for them to be able to, because it's a vine. It's going to latch on, and it's going to vine and grow crazy. And it'll probably grow slow right now because the weather's not, because the weather's changing, okay? Because they love the heat. And so when the next year hits too, when it hits, passion fruit's going to probably take off. And not only the passion fruit, but the grapes are going to take off too. So now I also bought some dragon fruit, and I'm kind of reading up on that, figuring out how I'm going to do that. But they make these stands for them, and I was thinking about, I got an idea what to do in the front here, make these stands for these dragon fruit to grow. And so I got some ideas. I'm trying to lay this out in my head. I got things in the ground already, and so I have to like plan it as I go. If I would have tried to not put nothing in the ground and lay it out, I don't know if I could have done it really, I just got to get started with it. So that's what I'm doing with the front yard, getting that started. So now I added this on my stuff to do that, but it's okay. I I got baby chicks, well, quail, baby quail. I have quail in here. You can probably see them. See them? Yeah. Then I got eggs in here, and actually there's 2 hatched already in here. You can see them there. They're jumping around. They all happy. Hello. There they are. 2 of them there. So I should start getting some more. Let's see if there's another one that might have. No, I don't know. It almost seems like I see a 3rd egg broken open. Maybe not. Okay, there's only 2. Smile for the camera. Smile for the camera. Okay, let me get this closed up. I got to get them out and get them fixed up. They need a brooder box, which I have to work on that too today while I'm doing this. See, I got a lot of things I'm doing, but I have to do it. I can't just. I'm the kind of guy I can't. Like if I would have just worked on the brood, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with these little chicks, I would have spent all day. When I go do something, I work. Like I started clearing out the front garden for the blueberries. So while I'm doing that, I'm thinking about other things. So I thought about the wire that I had in the shop, been sitting there and I have some more wire if I need it that I have in the garden here. And so I started thinking about that. I forgot I had it, but it popped in my mind to make an archway for the grapes inside that A-frame. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that, and then at the same time, I'm still thinking about what I'm gonna do with these little baby quails. So, I mean, all I really need to do is go buy me a plastic tub to put them in, and I need to get me another heat lamp. And so I'm not talking about a whole lot of money, just talking about something that I could do temporary till I figure out what I'm going to do here. I got some people coming to buy some quail. Once I sell the other little baby quail, I can put these newborns in that brooder. I tried to put one in there and they started pecking on it, and I didn't want to take a chance on them killing it. So I took them back out and put it back in the hatch tray, and I got to do something with them by tonight though, and get them some food and water tonight. So all right guys, so that's where I'm at right now. Let me get some tools over there, let me get this wire over there, and we'll meet you in the front yard, okay? All right. some? Huh? Yeah, $100. Okay, so let me just kind of maybe show you a little bit what's going on. It's gonna be hard for me to like to do close-ups and all that. So, all right. So here's the wire. I put it on here, and I had to notch it out to fit around this support. I didn't want to take it off because it's holding things together. So, so I added a piece of wood across here. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. I don't need nothing on the bottom that can be flimsy, and that's what I'm gonna plant the plants where they'll reach on there. They'll grow on there and reach up and vine up on the wire, and I'm going to put the wire up around here and kind of arch it a little bit if I can. If not, it'll be straight. It don't matter which way it's going to be, really. Okay, I hope you could see how that went. So far, try to get a good close up on it for you guys. There it is. I got it in here. Same thing on this side. All right, so now I'm going to run one across the top, just to, you know, to hold all the vines. I don't know how many vines it's going to make, but it's going to be whole 3 feet wide up there, and if I have to, I'm not going to do it today, but I could put some little supports, screw them up, let them stick out. They don't have to go the whole width of the you know, of the piece of wire, the wire panel, but just a little bit to help support it, you know, so the ends don't fall over. But I might do that, but right now I want to get that other piece in here. That's what I'm going to work on. All right, guys. All right, so I am going to have to put me a piece of wood coming across to hold this little piece down here, but no big deal. Plus I could put a tie wrap around it, pull it down to hold it. Really it needs to be cut so that it would come down. It's hitting this cross piece. If I cut it, it'd come down, but I'm going to leave it. It's going to be fine like it is. You know, once the vines grow all over it, you don't see that kind of stuff, but I am going to pull it down. Probably tie wrap it or something. But anyway, that's it. That's where I'm gonna plant my my muscadine grapes, right here in this area. Let it just kind of fill this up right here. You know, I'm probably gonna have to come in here and take the vines and, you know, cause them to grow in here. So anyway, there we go, guys. So I'm gonna go get the plants, get them in the ground. Okay. All right. Well, here's the plants here. Here's the muscadines here. This one's really vining long. So I'm gonna put two on one side and one on the other. All right. Okay, so I got the one that was the bigger one. I put it on here by itself on this side and let it grow up. So I'm fixing to water it in. And I got the two on this side here planted in. And we got this wire trellis I made, which I'm hoping that it just, you know, covers it so much that it's just going to be one big, you know, archway looking kind of thing of grapes. So I'm hoping that happens next year. I realize they're going to go dormant for the winter, and hopefully we don't have too hard of a winter where it kills them. But I know they go dormant and look like they dead. But you just leave them be, and they come back usually in the summer. So let me get some water on these things, and then before I pick it up and call it a day here today. Okay, guys, that didn't really take me long, but you know, I had the A-frame here already. We used to have a swing here years ago, and when it broke, I never did put another one up. And so now I have one in the back for my daughter. She used to love swinging on here, and she swings in the back now. And so I just left this thing here, and I always wanted to do something with it and leave it in the garden. Just because it looked neat in the garden. I got some still shot pictures with it in here. It looks really good when it was kind of overgrown a little more with stuff. But by next year, next spring and summer, this is going to be a booming little place right here. The mulberries will be coming in, elderberries, huckleberries, blueberries, grapes. Hopefully we'll have some Japanese plums. I got a fig tree in here right now. I put it in here. It had no leaves on it. Put it in. It's growing great. See, this soil here, for 4 years I've been putting wood chips in here and building this with wood chips, and it's been breaking down. 4 years. This is some good, rich soil. This bird of paradise, I'm going to cut it down. When I cut it down, I'm probably going to move the fig tree over a little bit. Get it kind of away from here, because the fig tree is going to start, I can tell, it's growing. It's real green. Looks real good. It's growing. But I want to get it away from the grapes a little bit, because that's going to get to be a big bush too, a big tree too. So probably tomorrow, I'm going to probably cut this down so I can move that over. And then I'm going to be, tomorrow I'm going to be cutting down more branches out that tree, out that big tree up there. Be getting more branches cut out, and that's probably what I'm going to get done tomorrow. And then the weekend I'm going to be selling trees. So next week I'm going to come on, I'm going to video the wall. I'm going to be making a wall that the passion fruit's going to grow on. So I'm going to make that out of landscape timbers and the same wire that I've used right here. I still have several pieces of it in the back, and if I have to buy a couple of more, I will, because I want to make a wall here where we have solid passion fruit growing on this end of my property from the telephone pole back there. I'll stop at about 4 feet or so before it gets to my bananas back there. And that'll give me a whole row, a whole wall of passion fruit. I'll have figs growing here. Okay, I have the grapes growing right here. And behind the grapes, I have a mulberry growing back there. Elderberry, huckleberry, blueberries along the front. And I still have more to plant. I have some dwarf banana plants. I also have some dragon fruit that I want to get in here, and that needs to kind of be in the shaded area. So once I get this tree cut out and I see where I'm going to have shaded areas, I'm going to plant dragon fruit there. Maybe, you know, I'll see. You know, if not, I'm going to keep it in the back and take care of it back there until it grows, because it's going to be another year or year and a half before that starts bearing fruit. So, all right, you guys, that's what I got done today. Many things I got really done today, but this is the one I want to show you. I want to get my grape muscadine grapes planted in here and make a little small trellis with this A-frame that I already had. And so I'm using stuff that I've already had. Even the wire, I already had it from tearing down. I had a lot of overhead things in my garden in the back when I first started the channel that I tore down, and I kept all my wire. So, okay, you guys, so I basically just used everything I had already. And so it didn't cost me a whole lot, because I already had purchased that wire years ago. And the plants, got them for free. Yeah, so, all right, so that's where I'm at, you guys. And plant stuff, get stuff planted. Now the grapes is something else that comes back year after year, and if you notice what I'm planting things that come back year after year after year. Blueberries, the elderberries, huckleberries, mulberries, the grapes, figs, the bananas, the passion fruit when I get that going, and other things I'm going to be adding in here. I'm only going to be planting stuff in here that just every year comes back year after year. I'm not planting stuff that I got to come in here, pull it up and plant stuff every year. That's not what I'm doing in the front yard here. This is going to be bushes and trees that reproduce every year. Okay? All right, you guys. You guys be blessed. See you on the next video.